All right, let's go ahead and continue our discussion of black and white conversions, and we take a look at this image, and it's nice enough as a color image. I mean, how can you go wrong with fall colors outside of Aspen, Colorado? But I got to tell you, there's something about a black and white image of clouds and grand vistas and nice blue sky is just an indescribable emotional thing, and I don't know any other way to describe it. And I think that's one reason Ansel Adams was so successful so many years ago, is because he really knew how to use clouds to bring out the drama in an otherwise drab environment. And I think that's one of the secrets of black and white photography. So let's take a look at what we can do with this, and we click on Image, Adjustments, Black and White, and let's take a look at what we got. Well, we definitely have a subdued foreground, so we're going to adjust for that. We go to the yellows, and we bring this up. I really like that. Yeah, this works a lot better as a black and white. Strange that you would think that would work with Colorado fall colors turned to black and white. Say what? I know that's how it sounds, but it does look good. I mean, if you just sit here and look at it, that's not bad at all. Let's look at the high contrast red. Nothing wrong with that. That was real simple. I just really set that image off and improved it in my mind. I like it a lot. Okay, let's go to the next one, and this is Kaylee, and obviously it's out of focus. The movement is too fast for the shutter speed, and from a technical standpoint, it's not a tack-sharp image. But what it does do is it conveys emotion. She's happy, flinging her hair around. There's a lot of emotion in this shot, and it's okay as a color shot. But let's look at it as a black and white, and I think you'll agree that the real raw emotion of this image is enhanced in black and white. And we can do some adjustments. There you go. Let's put it right there. I doubt seriously there's any blue in this image at all, and there's not. No cyan, no greens. Yep, yellow and red. So let's make our adjustments based on that, and I think that's good. Now what we have to do is come to Image, Adjustments, Curves, and we have to play around with the Curves dialog box to bring some contrast in here. And rather than an S-curve, I like to just keep the blacks kind of flat and then just boost the upper end. Boost the bright spectrum. There you go. I like that. That conveys the emotion a lot better than that color one did. Because when you're looking at the color version, you're passing judgment on the color. This way, you're just looking at the raw emotion coming out of that image. The next one is a portrait I really like of Kaylee. So let's take a look at what we can do with this. And again, I mean, she's gorgeous. It's in focus. The hair looks nice. The expression is classic. She's relaxed, and I think that's a great shot. But let's look at what happens in a black and white. And already that's better. But what I don't like in the background here is how bright that is, because we don't have our attention focused on her face as much as we could. So I have a tendency to kind of leave this the way it is, but there's some bright areas on her chin. You see those places? And I want to see if I can make those go away just a little bit even. And then the other thing I want to do, believe it or not, she's got blue eyes. Let's see what happens when I punch the blues. Yep, look at her eyes. I'm going to go real extreme on these. Watch. See that? I like that. So we're going to put those about right there. And this magenta is helping the background come up a little better. Okay, I like that. Now, we're going to, again, come to Image, Adjustments, Curves. And let's go ahead and punch this up right here. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There's photograph. Let's pull this back down just a little bit. All right. Say OK. And then we're going to come to the layers. We're going to go Control J on the PC, Command J on the Mac. And I'm going to come up to Filter, Lens Correction. And I'm going to throw some vignette on there. And then go OK. And that looks pretty good the way it sits, but I think it's just a little bit too much. So we're going to throw a mask up here, and then come get the brush. It's at 100% opacity, and we just click on it one time, and that's all we need, maybe twice, and then come up and reduce the opacity We still have a nice vignette there, but it's just not as imposing as it was. So, okay. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and that's just anybody's choice as to where it falls. It's whatever you like. And I may change it and do it different the next day. Who knows? But this looks pretty good to me. So there you have it. All the different ways to change the emotional impact of an image, changing it to black and white in Photoshop CS6.